Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the second week of the April season, and we also welcome you to the 45th episode of Thursday Night Thunder. 16 of MTA'S baddest monsters are going to cut it loose again, and they're all after that one man, James Valancourt in the UFO Ford. He currently holds the checkered flag. All sights are on him right here tonight. Now as we kick back to last week, Scooby-Doo and the team rolled over in round number 1, snapped the right rear tire off. They are back in action right here tonight. As we get set to look at round 1 matchups, Gravedigger the Legend draws up against the Earthshaker. Wildflower takes on Brodozer to kick things off here in round number 1. Now moving on, there's Corey Marvin in the brand new Earthshaker machine. He represents the Diggers Diecast race team. He draws up against Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend, that 1951 Ford panel out of Kildare Hills, North Carolina. Both trucks are staged as we go green to kick off round 1. Earthshaker pulls the lead up and over, Digger's over. Oh my, what a roll! Going back to an MTA replay, you see him catch that ramp right there. He tried to drive out of it. Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend with a violent rollover. We're down here now with the MTA track crew and officials. They're going to roll that truck, and you see parts are scattered everywhere. That was a violent roll, probably one of the wildest crashes I've ever seen out here on Thursday Night Thunder. Now the MTA officials are rolling him back over. And folks, I'm just at a loss for words here because he has just disintegrated that truck right here on the track. You see the body's all tore up. They bent the right front rim on that tire that snapped off. They have got a lot of work to do to bring that truck back for next week. Now you see their crew out there picking up the pieces of the truck. They're going to try to salvage what they can. This is not how he wanted to kick off race 1 and round 1 of Thunder. Well, coming up next, Ryan Johnson in the brand new Brodozer, the Monster Mania champion. He draws up against Ashley Obie out of Wells Motorsports in the Wildflower machine. Both trucks are staged, ready to go. As we wait for green, there's the green light. They're dead even up and over the cars, and Brodozer some sick air. We are going down to an MTA replay. You see him dead even through no man's land. What a slap lead by Wildfire, and look at Brodozer. A point of no return, and he brought it back. We got to go to a photo finish, and Brodozer, by just a tire length, takes the win. Well, up next here on Thunder, the Clark crew, who made it to the finals last week. They're representing Team Bigfoot out of Pacific, Missouri, but they draw up a hard task. That man is Rich Wagner in the Wild Hare Chevrolet, 5-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. Ford and Chevrolet as we go green. Both trucks off to a good start. They're up and over the cars, and Bigfoot turns it over. Goes end over end right there in the shutdown area. The MTA track crew is down here now to roll Bigfoot back over. He was giving it all ahead, chasing down Rich Wagner in the Wild Hare. There you see a little bit of fiberglass damage. No doubt in my mind the Bigfoot team will get that truck back together for next week. Rich Wagner and the Wild Hare move on to round number 2. Well, up next, Jason Cook and the Gravedigger out of Kildare Hills, North Carolina. He draws up against 2-time Thursday Night Thunder champion Chris Baluk and Stinger Unleashed. These two are going to throw it down here in round number 1. Gravedigger and Stinger as we go green. Both trucks time to light. Great Stinger pulls the lead up and over the cars, and Stinger Unleashed moves on to round number 2. Well, up next, Bradley Graham, the 5-time Thunder champion, hasn't been running so hot here in recent weeks, but he draws up against Chantal Bailey, who rolled that truck over in round 1 racing last week. They got that truck back together. Scooby-Doo and Max D going to throw it down here as we get set for green. Down the straight stretch now, both trucks are dead even up and over the cars, and Scooby takes the win over Max D. Well, up next here in round number 1, Brandon Jager and Zombie. He was the live wire champion just a couple of months ago. He draws up against Gene Patterson and Snakebite, representing the Bigfoot camp out of Pacific, Missouri. Both these trucks looked great last week. They are set here for round number 1. Snakebite and Zombie as we go green. Down the straight, Zombie pulls the lead, and a nice wheel stand, and Zombie takes the win over Snakebite. Well, next up, second-generation driver Carson Wells in that brand-new Stone Crusher out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. He draws up against the brand-new Crustacean out of the Diggers Diecast race team. Keith Cromwell, a 2-time Thunder champion. Stage now as we go green. Crustacean and Stone Crusher down the straight. They're up and over the cars, and I don't know who got the win. That was such a close race. We're going to a photo finish, and Crustacean gets the win by half a tire. What a close race. Well, now as we close out round 1 racing, James Valancourt in the UFO Ford out of Cinnaminson, New Jersey. He is the current Thursday Night Thunder checkered flag holder. He draws up against Mitch Brown and Power Ford out of Atlanta, Georgia. 2 Fords are going to close out round 1. As we go green, they're even. UFO pulling a lead, and UFO takes the win over the Power Ford machine. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go down to the pits here on Thunder and check out what's going on with the Gravedigger the Legend team. The first race in round number 1 Matt Cheever and Gravedigger completely destroyed that truck. They broke the right front knuckle off the truck. The right front shock is hanging on by a thread. They totally destroyed the body. That truck is going to need a lot of repair if they plan to come back for week number 3 of the April season. Nonetheless, them boys are down there thrashing. All the other teams are down there trying to help him get his stuff nice and tight. Hopefully we'll see the legend back next week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for round 2 action, Earthshaker takes on Brodozer. Wild Hare meets the Stinger Unleashed machine. Up first, you see Corey Marvin in the brand new Earthshaker dump truck out of the Diggers Diecast race team. He draws up against Ryan Johnson in the Brodozer machine, who has been on a rail tonight. Stage as we go green, kicking off round 2. Both trucks are even. They're up and over the cars, and Brodozer takes the win over Earthshaker. Next up, Chris Baluk, the 2-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. He drives the Stinger Unleashed machine. He draws up against 5-time Thunder champion Rich Wagner in the Wild Hare Chevrolet. 7 championships between both of them. Who moves on to the semis as we go green? Down the straight now, Wild Hare with the lead, up and over the cars, and Wild Hare takes the win over Stinger. Well, up next, Chantal Bailey brings the Scooby-Doo machine to the start line. She rolled it over last week, breaking off the right rear tire, but she draws up against the live wire champion, Brandon Jager, in that awesome-looking zombie machine. Scooby and Zombie stage now as we wait for green. There's a green light. Both trucks down to a great start, up and over, and Scooby takes the win over the zombie machine. Well, as we get set to close out round 2 action, the current Thunder champion James Baileycourt in the UFO Ford, he draws up against former 2-time Thursday Night Thunder champion Keith Cromwell in the brand new Crustacean out of the Diggers Diecast race team. Both trucks are staged, waiting on green. Down the straight now, UFO pulls the lead, but Crustacean comes back, and it's going to come down to a photo finish. I don't know who got it. And there you see, Crustacean takes the win by a nose. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with semifinal action coming up next. Don't forget, Saturday, April 24th, 32 of MTA'S best are all competing for the Maximum Carnage Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to kick off semifinals, Brodozer will take on Wild Hare. Scooby-Doo takes on the Crustacean as we get things going. Ryan Johnson, the Monster Mania champion, a one-time Thunder champion in the brand new Brodozer. He draws up against the Independent Showdown champion and 5-time Thunder champion, Rich Wagner and Wild Hare. As we go green now, they're dead even down the straight, up and over the cars, and I think Brodozer may have gotten the win. Going down to an MTA replay, they're pretty even going up and over no man's land. Brodozer has a slight lead, and it looks like Brodozer moves on to the finals. Well, next up, Keith Cromwell out of the Diggers Diecast race team. He draws up against Chantal Bailey in that Scooby-Doo machine, a one-time Thunder champion and the former Legends champion right here on the MTA circuit. Both trucks are staged, waiting on green. There's a green light. Crustacean pulling a lead up and over the cars, and without a doubt, Crustacean takes the win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to get in on the action, head over to our Facebook group and watch for registration to enter yourself in these diecast races. You can also find us on Instagram and check out all the brand new trucks before they hit the MTA circuit. Well, now it is final time here on the 45th episode of Thursday Night Thunder. Ryan Johnson, the Monster Mania champion, he brings that brand new Brodozer to the starting line, as well as the former Carolina Crusher driver, also the man that took Gravedigger to 2 victories out here on Thunder. Keith Cromwell pilots his new ride, the Crustacean machine, out of the Diggers Diecast race team. Both these guys have been running strong and consistent all night long, so it's going to be a barn burner for the final. Who moves on as the episode 45 Thunder champion? Ladies and gentlemen, Brodozer, Crustacean, it's showtime. Down the straight now, both trucks are looking even, they're up and over the cars, and Brodozer takes the win. We're going to go down to an MTA replay and check out what happened. Brodozer definitely got the win, but you see they're dead even, up and over no man's land. Ryan Johnson puts down the horsepower, and he takes the win. Crustacean wasn't no slouch. He gave him a run for his money, but congratulations to Ryan Johnson and Brodozer for winning Thursday Night Thunder. Well, now we're going to take a look at the current point standings. Ryan Johnson takes Brodozer to the lead, outdoing UFO by 2 points. Bigfoot and Crustacean follow suit with 20. Wildflower and Max D hold the gate closed with 10. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Thursday Night Thunder. Be sure to crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. 'Cause it's about that.